Good evening, B.LEAGUE fans, and the playoffs continue right here, right now, at the Nikan Arena Tochigi as UTSUNOMIYA BREX hosts SEAHORSES MIKAWA for game number 2. Game 1 yesterday was good to the BREX as they won that one 93-81. For SEAHORSES MIKAWA, they want to be able to continue their season. They need a win here to force an all-deciding game number 3 Monday. You got a packed stadium as we take a look at what the championship picture looks like. So the UK Golden Kings already safely into the next round. The Chiba Jets have also disposed of Alvark Tokyo, so they moved on to the semifinals. UTSUNOMIYA BREX with 1 foot in the door to the semis. Same with the San Neo Phoenix are 1 up. As we take a look at the highlights from yesterday's affair, these are the numbers. Just about even, really. 60% as compared to 54%, not that big of a difference. But in terms of three-point shooting, 40% as compared to 30%, that's big. Not to mention the fact that going to the line a whole lot more was the BREX. They went to the line 27 times, making 63% of their shots for 17 points. Both these teams just about even in terms of the way they took care of the basketball. UTSUNOMIYA with 9 turnovers, 11 for SEAHORSES MIKAWA. The top performers for UTSUNOMIYA BREX yesterday. Scoring-wise, they had 20 points from Gavin Edwards. Also, 17 points from Grant Jarrett. 15 points from DJ Newbill. And they also had Takashima scoring 14 points. Top performers for SEAHORSES MIKAWA. 20 points for Devontae Gardner. He's a real big scorer. They also have 12 points from Atsuya Ogawa. Jake Layman only came up with 6 points. He did have 6 rebounds though. They need a whole lot more production from him. Zach Auguste finished with 7 points. 5 rebounds, 2 assists. So those numbers have got to go up. Yudai Nishida also with double-digit scoring-wise with 10 points. He also had 4 assists. So the stars will really have to come to play for these respective squads if they want to be able to come away with the victory here. But more important here for SEAHORSES MIKAWA to be able to score a win, or else their season is over. Here are the players for Coach Zico Coronel. Of course, number 6, Makoto Hiejima. They also have number 25, DJ Newbill, number 33, Gavin Edwards, number 34, Grant Jarrett, and number 42, Isaac Fotu. There you have in your screens. Number 7, Atsuya Ogawa. One of their budding stars. He's only 22 years of age, but he is 6'3". So they're expecting a whole lot, not just for this year, but in the years to come from Atsuya. On the other side, you have SEAHORSES MIKAWA, led by number 0, Zach Auguste. They have number 10, Jake Layman. They have number 19, Yudai Nishida. Number 32, Avikoki Schaefer, their man in the middle. They also have Devontae Gardner, number 54. But let's focus on number 7, Satoshi Nagano. Nagano yesterday came off the bench. He was on the floor for 21 minutes, scoring 12 points. And he also had 5 assists and 2 rebounds. Pretty good numbers. That's him right there. But again, they're going to need a whole lot more from him and the rest of the squad if they want to come away with a W today. Coach Ryan Richmond, looking at the lineup they submitted is not making any changes as far as his starting five. So going with the exact same starting five, which is actually quite different from what happened in the first game that we had today. Alvar Tokyo came in with a slight change in their starting five, but at the end of the day, they still lost to the Chiba Jets. So the Chiba Jets safely into the next round. UTSUNOMIYA BREX trying to get there unscathed. They'd like tomorrow to be a rest day. You can see Devante Gardner says, I need to come up with a huge game today so that we play again on Monday. That game will be at 6 in the evening if it needs to happen. Devante Gardner, two-time scoring champion in the B.LEAGUE. He's going to have to come up with those kind of numbers once again for his team to stay alive. Looking at their history since 2016, 2017 up to now, UTSUNOMIYA and MIKAWA. UTSUNOMIYA has had 21 wins, MIKAWA just 9. So essentially, UTSUNOMIYA has owned MIKAWA. That's a big discrepancy. 21 wins as compared to 9. DJ Newbill for UTSUNOMIYA is 8th in terms of scoring at 17.1 and 2nd in assists at 6.1 per game. He was last season's MVP. Makoto Hiyajima is the king of 3 points this season. As you can see, he was able to really lead the league in terms of shooting percentage at 44.3%. That's Makoto on your screens. Satoshi Nagano, who we talked about a while ago, is number 9 in terms of assists at 4.6. Zach Auguste is 8th in terms of rebounding at 8.8, so close to 9 per game. And Jake Lehman is 7th in terms of blocks at 1 per ball game. We are all set to go here at the Nikan Arena Tochigi. We got the starting five for the visitors. Seahorses MIKAWA. Starting out with number 0, Zach Auguste. Number 11, Yoshiaki Kubota. They also have number 13, Yutaro Suda. Number 19, Yudai Nishida. And finally, Gardner, rounding out their starting five. And now, the introduction of the BREX squad of UTSUNOMIYA.
Kiro 一色に染まったアリーナでブレックスファンの大声援を背にシリーズの鍵を握る重要な初戦を見事勝利したブレックス。さまざまな思いが交差する中、劣勢の場面でも全員がブレックスメンタリティを体現し続け、シーズンを通して積み上げてきたチームとしての強さを証明した。しかしあくまでまだ1勝。ここからがチームの進化が問われる時、両チームのプライドをかけた激戦必至のゲーム2。昨シーズン果たせなかったセミファイナルへの切符をかけ、さらなる一体感で必ずや勝利をつかみ取りましょう。ブレックスネーション全員でたどり着こう、あの頂点まで。それでは宇都宮ブレックス本日のメンバーの発表です。まずはベンチメンバーから。Number 7、芦屋小川。 Number 12, Shinji Takashima. Number 13, Hironori Watanabe. Number 14, Wataru Murakishi. Number 15, Yudai Ishikawa. Number 18, Seiji Ikaruga. Number 33, Kevin Edwards. Number 42, Isaac Botu. Ikso! BREX Racer! Starting lineup for your UTSUNOMIYA BREX. Number 34, Grant Jarrett. Number 10, Kosuke Takeuchi. Number 25, DJ Newville. Number 9, Yusuke Endo. And number 6, Makoto Hijima. Head coach Naiko, Jinko Colonel. We are UTSUNOMIYA BREX!
And there's the starting five for Coach Ryan Richmond. Led by number 6, Makoto Hijima. Number 9, Yosuke Endo. Number 10, Kosuke Takeuchi. They have DJ Newville. And they also have Grant Jarrett. Our three officials handling proceedings: referee Kato, referee Kubo, and referee Hosoda. So Kosuke Takeuchi, the veteran, at 40 years old, been thrust into action here. Let's see how much he can contribute at 40 years of age. Still going strong. There you have the starters for both these squads, and we are set for game number 2 as we welcome you once again to the Nikan Arena Tochigi. UTSUNOMIYA BREX want to finish this one tonight. And we're underway. First possession, DJ Newville. He'll go to the wing. Endo with the jumper. Will come up short though. Zach will bring it down. Tries to look for space. Davante Gardner will launch from 3. Quick 3 for Davante. And 3-0 for Mikawa. That's a good sign here. For once, the leading scorer in the B-League. Actually, quite a number of times. So you know he can put that ball in the hoop. DJ Newbill to the wing. 3 is answered there by Grant Jarrett. We're deadlocked at 3 apiece. These two squads are so well matched. Zach will give it up. Again, trying to start high. 3 launched. Not gonna drop. Utara Suda has that in his bag. Just missing that time. Newbill once again. Former MVP. Wants to be able to lead his squad to a title here. Grant looks for another 3. In and out. That's a great save from Makoto. Just keeping that ball alive. Three was online. Suda was trying to get out of the way. Great start to this ball game. We're expecting a tight affair till the very end. I see SEAHORSES Mikawa playing for their playoff lives, really. Makoto hits. First lead here for UTSUNOMIYA BREX. Now a chance for defense. There is a small section here of fans from SEAHORSES Mikawa. Trying to get inside, up and under. Suda almost lost it. Gets blocked. Not able to get that up and through. So we're going to have our first turnover.
BREX.
Newbill once again. Always at the controls here for his squad. Exceptionally steady player. You can see Takeuchi just staying there at the dunker spot. Newbill flips it up and through. 8-3 now here for UTSUNOMIYA BREX. That's the point. Kubota. Kubota's gonna get away, but he'll be fouled at the last minute. Foul number 1 gonna be called on Yosuke Endo, number 9. That was a slight nudge, and that was just enough to get this much smaller driving player to the floor. Picks himself up. Kubota's 5'10". Yusuke Endo is 6'1". As you can see, Kubota is actually built like a guard. Endo, more like a forward. But at 35 years of age, Yusuke Endo can't really stay in step here with Kubota. Hence, when there was a blow by, he just shoved him from the back. First free throw drops for Kubota. Wanted to make sure of the second, it drops as well. That's going to cut the lead down to 3. Some pressure in the backcourt. And then they all pull back. Nice matchup also up high. Zach Auguste up against DJ Newbill. Getting away with the layup. There's Endo. Not as fleet-footed, but again, with all that experience, knows what he needs to do. Leads back up to 5. Gardner. They're not looking for him. Well, they tried to look for him there, but there was no roll. The pass in between two players. Grant Jarrett loves the defense. Quite surprised why they're not looking for Yuda Nishida, who is their leading local scorer. DJ Newbill will be fouled there by Davante. Nice hesitation move there from DJ Newbill. He is much quicker than Davante. First personal foul going to be called on Gardner. Gavin Edwards checking in now for the first time. Makoto inside the paint. Finds Edwards. Edwards flips up a three. No. Yusuke Endo, that's what he does good. He's exceptional there. With his offensive rebounding. They get it to Makoto. Makoto now with 5 points. It's now a 7-point lead at 12-5. To the wing. Gonna take that shot. Let's see, they try to look for Davante. Kubota looking for space. Will lose it though. Active hands from Hiyajima. Hiyajima will start off the offense up high. He'll put up a three and hit another one. Maybe time for a little ceasefire here coming from Seahorses Mikawa. And there you have it. Needing to call this time out there. Already down by 10. Back to the action. This time, they have Satoshi Nagano at the point. Also coming in, Jake Lehman. Not a very good performance for Jake yesterday. Wasn't even able to score in double digits. Let's see what happens here today. Davante Gardner is going to pick up another foul. That's going to be number 2. That's a smart move there from Grant Jarrett. He knows he's also quicker than Davante. Decision-making time for Coach Ryan Richmond. Remember, Davante Gardner was the leading scorer. That's a nice look at Coach Ryan. Pick set. Grant Jarrett left wide open for this three. Will overshoot though. Lehman skies for that rebound. That might be a foul on Endo. Or is it on Makoto? Some complaints early on here from both these squads. Well, that was clearly a foul on Makoto. He made contact there with the arm. Not quite sure what he was complaining about. The referees were on top of that situation. Nagano now at the point. Two-man game. Boy, they are trying to get Nishida involved, but he almost lost it there. Devontae Gardner fouled. There's Nishida. You can see he lost it. Isaac Fotu picking himself up after hitting the deck. First personal foul going to be called there on Shinji Takashima. Avikoki Schaefer, number 32, is in for the boys in white. Gardner scores. Second coming up. You're going to need all these free throws just to come back. Already down by 9. Now still down by 8. So it's Ogawa now, bring it down. Newbill is still on the floor. Ogawa will take a 3. That falls just short. Nagano will try to push. Getting away, finally it's Nishida. He's on the board. He was asking for a foul. Referees say play on, but a quick timeout now will be called by UTSUNOMIYA BREX. Their 10-point lead has been cut down to just 6. Four minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the opening period. Some pressure being put on. A steal. Avikoki Schaefer, the recipient there of an assist. Nice steal from Nagano. Getting to the passing lanes. Almost a backing violation there, but the lead is down to 4. But napping that time was the offense of UTSUNOMIYA BREX. DJ Newbill left wide open for that 3. And there was a breakdown definitely in defense there for Seahorses Mikawa. 18-11's our tally. Gardner. Gotta look for him, especially now that he's on the floor still. Such as that. He takes up so much space inside, and he's there for the offensive rebounds as well. Put that through. Got the foul. And it drops. Nishida looking for a 3 there. Not going to happen. But again, look at that. 3 players around Devontae Gardner, and he still delivers. UTSUNOMIYA BREX now in the penalty. A lot of time still to be played in the first. First personal foul going to be called on Gavin. Looking for his 8th point. And he cuts the lead to 4. Some pressure once again in the backcourt. It's easily handled this time. Now into their half-court set. Seiji Ikaruga in the ball game now. Calling the shots at the point. Newbill left wide open once again. How can that happen? 2 straight occasions. And those are the kind of plays that really send you on vacation. 21-14 is our tally. Here is Devontae once again making the spin with the BREX in the penalty. That'll be the first personal foul on Isaac Fotu. But 2 more free throws here for the big man. There's confirmation. First personal foul. 2 more free throws coming the way of Devontae. This early, he's made a living from the free throw line. So far, perfect from the free throw line. 6 for 6. Talking about Seahorses Mikawa. UTSUNOMIYA has yet to get on to the free throw line. It's now a 5-point lead, 10 points now in the contest for Devontae. He had 20 yesterday, so he's halfway there. And we're still in the first period. And a lot still to be played, over 3 minutes. Ikaruga sends it up high. Leaving an open 3. Isaac Fotu chases that one. He's going to lose it though. Active hands by the guards. But again up high. Isaac Fotu will lord it over. There was Lehman there with a stab. He touched it last. Fotu goes to Newbill. Once again, nobody watching DJ. And Isaac Fotu comes out of nowhere to grab that offensive rebound and put back. First basket for Isaac. Schaefer sends it back up high. Lehman tries to get back into the picture. Devontae, deep 3. Bang! That's a long one from Devontae. He's got 13 points. Single-handedly keeping his squad in this one. He's got 13 of the 19 of Mikawa. Foul's going to be called there. Nagano pick up his first. Gonna break off that handoff. There it is. He just went through the pick. First team foul. First personal foul, check that. Third team foul for Mikawa. They go back on top. Ikaruga up against Lehman. That's a good seal. Isaac Fotu will miss up against 3 individuals. That's not a good foul. That's a poor foul. Takashima had no business having to try to steal that one. You can see it was already in the grasp of Mikawa. That's the second personal foul, and he's going to give more free throws here to the visiting team. They were in no position to score. They were all the way on the other side of the floor. Welcome development for Seahorses though. 2 shots. This time for Ryogo Sumino. Sumino makes the first. Two for two for Sumino. And he cuts that lead down to a single basket. Exactly 2 minutes remaining. Kurogo will bring it down. Not too much difficulty. But again, Lehman all over him. On this side of the court. Endo back as well. It's Iguruga and Endo in the backcourt. Grant trying to spin, falling away. No. Gang rebounding. And Nagano comes away with it. They go to Lehman. Lehman for three and the lead. No. Good shot from Jake though. Grant. Will he try to challenge? Yes, he will. Up and under move. Gets away for two. A little bit more comfortable lead at 4. Once again, Satoshi at the 1. Sumino comes out, puts up a 3. That lands in the hands of Devontae Gardner. He's very disappointed. That should have been a 3-point play. But back to the line is Devontae. He loves to crash the boards. You need to be able to put a body on him. The thing is, it's hard to put a body on him because he's so wide. He's so strong. That was actually Grant Jarrett, a world import, trying to stop him, not a local. And still, he could not be stopped. First personal foul on Grant. Devontae wasn't too happy with that release. Hence the body English, but it still drops. Devontae Gardner with 14 points. Looking for point number 15 with his next free throw. 49 seconds remaining in the opening period. That's his first miss. He knew it the moment he released it. Lead stays at 3. That's actually the first miss for Seahorses from the free throw line. They look inside. Grant. Nice find. Endo for 3. Yes! Endo was camping there, waiting for the pass. Knocks down that 3. Difference of about 2 seconds from the game clock and the shot clock. There's another steal. Makoto in the open court. Foul will be called here on Nagano. That's a good foul. They're not yet in the penalty. Holding their collective breath were the fans here of BREX when Hijima went down.
MIKAWA 7番長野2つ目のパーソナルファウル
Are they going to study and look at this one? Looks like they will, to see if that was an unsportsmanlike foul.
アンスポーツマンライクファウルの可能性があるためビデオ判定にて判定を行ってまいります。判定が出ますまで今しばらくお待ちください。
That should be, in my opinion, just a regular foul. And there's confirmation. Nothing unsportsmanlike about that one. He had to take that foul because they were undermanned going the other way. But with that foul, both teams now in the penalty. But only 18 seconds remaining here. We're going to add some clock. It's at 19.4. Definitely going to go for the last shot here. Utsunomiya already up by 6. Wanting more. Grant trying to make his move. Gets inside the paint, goes to the left hand. No. That's a good stop inside the shaded area by Seahorses Mikawa. We got a tight affair here. And after 10 minutes of play, it's Utsunomiya up by 6, 28-22.
フルライフとブレックスのトラの T シャツをブレクシーが投げ込んでまいります。皆様危険ですのでその場で座ってのアピールでお願いいたします。では参りましょう。フルライフプレゼンツ T シャツトススタートです。
Welcome to the second quarter here at the Nikan Arena, Tochigi. Our venue for game number 2 between Utsunomiya BREX and Seahorses Mikawa. BREX won yesterday 93-81 to take a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 affair. Push shot not gonna work for Auguste. And they're trying to push. Now we wait for the rest of the troops. Makoto Hiyajima with a mismatch inside. He is much taller, much more talented than Nagano. Took him to school there. And the lead is back up to 8. Here's Auguste. His pass denied. Grant Jarrett on the run. Isaac Fotu. Easy basket. And the lead quickly up to 10. What a jackrabbit start here in the first minute. Lehman for 3. Back rims that one. Auguste tries to battle. Now with an opportunity at the line. Utsunomiya BREX actually had the best record overall this season at 48 wins versus 12 defeats. Seahorses Mikawa, their record was very respectable, 39-21. Auguste is going to miss in the free throw line, just their second miss. They're now 10 out of 12, for just a little under 90%. Interestingly, the BREX have yet to go to the free throw line. In terms of shooting numbers, Utsunomiya shooting 56% from the field, only 33% for Seahorses Mikawa. That's the major factor why they're down by 9. Endo gets it past the timeline. Makoto Hiyajima got caught in no man's land. Lucky that Fotu was there. Foul's going to be called on Jake. Or is it going to be on Ishii? Let's check. Ishii comes in. And it looks like he was the one who made contact. But they're going to give the first to Jake Lehman. Couple of picks. And they go to Grant. Jarrett reposts. Turns around. They're lucky they got that one back. Perfect pass inside. What patience shown here by Ikaruga. He could have taken that shot. He saw his big man inside and got it to him. Watch it here. Could have had that shot. Could have had that shot as well, but goes inside to Isaac. Fotu now with 2 shots, not to mention the fact they got a big fish with that foul. Second personal on Jake Lehman. So coming in is Devontae Gardner, their leading scorer, but also with 2 personal fouls. Isaac makes the first. Brings their lead back up to 10. That matches their biggest lead here tonight. That's a good tip there by Zach. Keeps the lead at 10. That's allowed under FIBA rules. Nagano gets it to Gardner. Gardner. Gotta look for space. That's a perfect pass. Inside, outside. Sumino for 3. That was a well-run play. Sumino now with 5 points. Gonna cut the lead down to 7. Karuga. Isaac in no hurry. Gets it to Endo. Isaac will launch a 3. That's short. Makoto Hiyajima with a putback after an offensive rebound. They're crashing the boards hard. That is rebound number 10 for the squad of BREX. Nagano. Little stutter step. Goes around the world once again. Finds Gardner. Gardner had to put that one up a little higher than he would have wanted to. That's why it was short. The defense right in his face. They want to get that blocked. But again, that miss was clearly because of the tough defense put up by BREX. We got a brand new 14 though. Devontae with a handoff. Gardner's actually more lethal, closer to the paint. Deep 3, just short. Jarrett with the rebound, that's number 5 for him. He also has 5 points and 3 dimes, filling in the stat sheet there. Nothing Sumino could do. He got caught in no man's land there against Isaac Fotu. Perfect seal by Isaac. Watch it here. That's Sumino's first, 3rd team foul for Mikawa. Isaac Fotu takes a seat. In comes Gavin Edwards. Jarrett. In the paint. He was looking for a 3-point play, but settles for 2 shots from the 15-foot line. Trying to increase their lead. That's clearly a foul from Sumino. That'll be Sumino's second. We'll check that. Ishii. So now in the penalty early. The Seahorses Mikawa with still 6:40 to be played. That's a lot of time to be in the penalty. This is only the 3rd attempt for BREX at the 15-foot line. They didn't go to the free throw line the entire first period. The lead is now 11. Nagano past the timeline. His team needing to score here. Sumino launches. It will be too strong. Big rebound by Gavin Edwards. Getting to the offense. Sumino still down. Oh, Sumino's hurt. He's trying to walk it off. Quickly going to be replaced.
11番久保田、19番西田が入ります。
Let's see what happened. Looks like they're checking on his ankle. He's still in pain. Coming in for him is Kubota, their starting point. They put it down. Nishida against a triple team. They're gonna have to go to the corner. And again, dribbling into traffic. And that's gonna be another turnover here. That's turnover number 6 for the visiting squad. Talk about swarming defense. Look at that, against 3 individuals. And then it goes to the wing, another 3. There's just no space for them to operate. Nice save there by Edwards. DJ Newbill back on the floor, refreshed after the break. Jarrett for 3. Short though. Going to use that 14 once again to look for a better shot. Gavin Edwards with the floater. He threw it up there the moment he heard the whistle. That could have been a 3-point play, but now 2 free throws once again coming up for BREX. Not a good try by Ishii from the back. You're not going to steal the ball from Gavin Edwards. He's too long for you. Shooters roll for Gavin. Leads now 12. Second coming up. It will be too long though. The lead is at 12. Quick basket inside. That's what he can do. Nishida with an early attack. Looks for that early offense. DJ Newbill tries to take a swipe. Missed. Gavin Edwards with a foul there on the second attempt to block his shot. Second personal foul going to be called on Gavin. He'll hit the bench. Takeuchi will check in. Still very usable. Kusuke Takeuchi. Number 10 for BREX. He gives them really tough defense, especially in opportunities like this when Gavin Edwards or some of the world imports are in foul trouble. Nice 3 there. They needed that one from Suda. Well, timeout's going to be called by BREX with just about 5 seconds remaining before we get to the official timeout. We'll be back at the Nikan Arena in a bit. We're gonna have another timeout in a matter of seconds here. An official one. First dead ball situation after the 5-minute mark in the second quarter. DJ Newbell puts up a long one. No. Another offensive rebound by BREX. They've gotten so many opportunities. Takashima loving to crash the boards. Just another opportunity. Takeuchi. Easy two. Always at the dunker spot. They found him. And the 40-year-old delivers. And at the 4:40 mark, it's a 9-point lead enjoyed by UTSUNOMIYA BREX.
さあご来場の皆さん、クラップタイム参りましょう。さあ力を入れて。
Not a smart foul there. That's actually the second questionable foul on Takashima here. That's why he'll be replaced. That's his third foul. A while ago, he fouled in this exact same spot, but they were in the penalty. He's lucky they weren't in the penalty now. So no two shots. Just possession for Gardner and company. Auguste gets it to Gardner. To Bota. Off the curl. Get it to Devante. Shot clock winding down. Devante forces the issue. Boy, he just threw Makoto Hijima off his back. Makoto saying, I was trying to stand my ground. Boom. Get out of my way. Foul called there on Hijima, his second. Devante looks up at him and says, are you good? Remember, I'm strong. Don't stick that close. Two more free throws here for Hijima. Both teams are now in the penalty. That's another reason why I called that foul from Shinji Takashima a clumsy one, which happened a few seconds earlier, because without that foul, this foul of Makoto wouldn't have put them in the penalty. But now they're in the penalty just the same as Mikawa. You want to come up with cheap fouls, put your team into early foul trouble, and make life easier for your opponents. There's Devante. .40-33 is our tally. Ikaruga solid at the point, relieving DJ Newbell of those chores. Endo with a fall away, yes. He's a dead shot from the three-point line up until about 14 feet in. Kubota not wanting to challenge. Going to the air there. Foul's going to be called on Takeuchi. He didn't want to have anything to do there in the air. He just fouled him. He said, "You're not getting any slam dunks on me. I'm not going to be included in any posters." First foul going to be called on Yoshiaki. Zach Auguste now on the line. Auguste's got 1 point. Misses another free throw. Auguste's got a point, 4 boards, and 1 dime. Short again. Nice battle there. That's a jump ball. So let's see what the possession arrow says. Jake Lehman checking in. That's going to give them more shooting from the perimeter. They need to score. As you take a look at Coach Ryan Richmond. Again, trying to be very methodical. And just when I said that, Takeuchi passing to Endo, who was actually cutting. Turnover for BREX. That's turnover number 2 only. That's a testament to how much they value taking care of the basketball. Kubota finds Gardner. Gardner inside, little sidestepping move. Inside that shaded area. He can go left, he can go right. He can also put up a floater. Leads down to 7. Takeuchi will bring it closer. That's a nice pass. And he finds Isaac Fotu. That's why you need these veterans on your lineup. They come up with the right plays. 44-35. 2.5 remaining in this one. Jake will attack. Put up the floater. He will come up short. Another big rebound here for Takeuchi. He's helping out on both fronts. And there you can see he's not going to force the issue. He can hit that 3 though. Newbill will bring it closer. And a foul is going to be called on Kubota. 2 free throws for Newbill. DJ knew exactly what he's trying to do. If he doesn't get the call, he'll just keep banging until he gets much closer. 2 free throws now for DJ. As we approach the final 2 minutes of the first half. Ooh, that's a signed DJ Newbill piece of paraphernalia. You see the picture there of their coach Kevin Braswell. He passed away in January. That's why Coach Zico Coronel manning his seat. Sidestepping move. Finishing with the left. There's Nishida. They're hanging around, waiting for one big burst. But they need some stops. Endo up high. Quick bounce pass. Ikaruga for 3. Just short. 1 and done that time. They go to Jake. This is where he excels, in the open court. Just when I said that, he almost lost it. Quick 3. Not gonna drop there. Lehman puts up a three of his own. That's offline as well. And look inside. Too tight of a pass. We approach the final minute. Nishida comes up short. At the right place, at the right time is Jake. He puts it through. Lead down to 6. Gonna try to pound it inside once again. Extra pass. Defense having to swarm. Endo apologizing, saying he should have made that shot. Nonetheless, a foul is going to be called, and it might be on Devontae Gardner, his third. But he did get tangled there with Gavin Edwards. So Coach Ryan says, take a breather. We still got the second half to be played. Personally, I would have kept him in there. With just 40 seconds, you need him on offense. Gavin Edwards will miss on the first. Still a comfortable 6-point lead here for UTSUNOMIYA. Could be more daylight in between them and their opponents. With a make here, there's none. Big rebound by Auguste. Time for a possession each. Kubota still up high. Now gonna make his move with 9 seconds remaining. We're running out of time. Jumper will fall short. More than enough time for DJ Newbill. They go to the wing. Jarrett says, let's wind this all the way down. We're still up by 6. Newbill for 3. Short. And that's why you want to be able to take it with a few more seconds remaining. Give your team an opportunity for an offensive rebound. That's exactly what happened there. Auguste with a foul. Gavin Edwards battling inside. They're going to give the foul to Nishida though, his first. Possibly not enough time for a heave. With 0.6, as Koki Schaefer checks back in, they want to make sure there is no offensive rebound. The 2 free throws coming the way here of BREX. Gavin Edwards back to the line. He's going to get the shooter's roll. So far, already 5 misses by BREX from the free throw line. They've shot 50% from the field in total. 78% from 2-point distance. 30% from 3, which is much better than the 22% from 3 off MIKAWA. Second one will drop. Time for just one long heave. Pretty good line. Not enough distance. And 2 quarters are done here for game number 2 between BREX and SEAHORSES. And UTSUNOMIYA leads this one at the break, 47-39.
それでは本日のハーフタイムはブレクシーによりますパフォーマンスでお楽しみください。 BREX。
マニーは安全で品質の高い医療機器を世界中の人々に届けます。The best quality in the world, to the world. マニー。
栃木銀行宇都宮ブレックス応援キャンペーン。対象取引はご契約で宇都宮ブレックス新シーズン開幕戦チケットが抽選で当たるチャンス。7月31日まで。
実家継いだんだ。
本田さん、
こんにちは。踊らない？
忘れたさ。
体が動いてるよ。
第2章始まる。変わる体のセブン。
あなたの周りに生ポリあれもこれもみんな生ポリ未来が包む生ポリ。
OS はここ栃木県で公共施設の管理運営を行っています。私たちは地域社会に貢献し、スポーツ文化の健全な発展を目指しています。株式会社 OS。
未来を作る世界をつなぐ研究と創造のアルベックステクノロジーズ。
吉野石膏はさまざまな視点から安全・快適とは何かを模索し、挑戦し、相変わらず今日も暮らしを考える吉野石膏。
モンドセレクション禁止。売れたい生き物ナンバーワン。平均保証付き。
中村土建は地域に愛される企業を目指す。中村土建。
もしマヤと結婚してなかったら、おいらはこんなに楽しく過ごせなかったと思う。
これは
ちょっと合わないだろ。
相模天然。
家づくりで終わらない安心安全に暮らせる街を作り、そこでの豊かな生活をデザインする。生活総合産業だからできること。 With you, UTSUNOMIYAトヨタUTSUNOMIYAホーム。
レドラ B&E 佐野。映画、食事、アミューズメント、フィットネス、ビューティー、ここなら誰もが楽しめる。佐野不良センターから車で5分。フィットプレイス24。会員募集中。レドラ B&E 佐野。それではここで B リーグパートナー各社をご紹介いたします。 B リーグトップパートナーソフトバンク。 B リーグタイトルパートナーリソナグループ。 B リーグイノベーションパートナーインフロニアホールディングス。 B リーグパートナーズ日本郵便 G ショック日本生命。 B リーグサポーティングカン パニーズ、ソニーミュージックエンターテインメント、モルテ、朝日新聞、日本経済新聞社、大塚製薬、野村工芸社、 EY ジャパン、エニタイムフィットネス、アーシャルデザイン、ストライク、 TIS、 スポーツデポ、ロックアイス、ふるさとチョイス、ティックスプラス、 B リーグサプライヤー、アダストリア、 B リーグコミュニケーションパートナー、 LINE ヤフー、 B リーグスポーツ振興パートナー、スポーツ福祉ウィナー、 B リーググロスパートナー、電通。以上 B リーグパートナー各社のご紹介でした。ここでリソナグループ B リーグチャンピオンシップ2024-25のフォーマットについてのご説明です。リソナグループ B リーグチャンピオンシップ2024-25は B リーグの上位8チームがトーナメント方式で戦います。優勝したチームが今シーズンの B リーグ年間優勝クラブとなります。クォーターファイナル、セミファイナルまでは対戦する2チーム間でレギュラーシーズン成績上位チームのホームで開催され、先に2勝したチームが次のステージへ進出となります。他会場では琉球ゴールデンキングス、千葉ジェッツ、三円ネオフィニックスがセミファイナル進出を決めております。ブレックスは昨日のゲーム1で勝利したため、本日勝利すればセミファイナル進出となります。そしてセミファイナルも勝ち上がることができれば、横浜アリーナで行われますファイナル進出が決まります。リソナグループ B リーグチャンピオンシップ2024-25をぜひお楽しみください。
Makoto Hiejima got off to a very good start for his squad. Everybody really scoring for the squad of UTSUNOMIYA BREX as they look to make it 2-0 here and move to the semifinals quickly. Mikawa had their opportunities to get closer, but shots like that from Nishida will fall just short. It's a good thing Devontae Gardner was there for the putback. Devontae Gardner leading his team scoring-wise. Devontae scored 18 points here in the first half. Isaac Fotu, though, getting a lot of easy baskets. And they were almost always off and running. One of the few plays that worked going inside and outside as Sumino drained that three. Leading scorer for the BREX, none other than Makoto. Being aggressive there with those offensive rebounds and putbacks. And then Nishida. Up against two imports, still scores. Look at some numbers, which are not going to be on the screens a little bit later on. Rebounding, they're dead even at 20 apiece. In terms of assists, UTSUNOMIYA BREX sharing that ball a little bit more with 14 assists as compared to just 8 for Mikawa. Look at this, UTSUNOMIYA BREX shooting 78% from 2, 11 out of 14. That's an exceptional clip as compared to the 63%, still not bad for Mikawa at 7 out of 11 attempts. Big difference here though is a 30% shooting from 3 as compared to 21% shooting. Mikawa stayed in this one because they had 6 more free throws. BREX with just 3 turnovers, 6 for Mikawa. That's not bad. 16 and 14. Those are the points in the paint, virtually even. 10 and 6. Those are the points off turnovers. Not bad as well. 6 and 2. So the fast break points are in favor of Mikawa. And the bench points just about even. 10 for BREX. We have 9 for Mikawa. Scoring leaders, Hiejima, as we said, has 12. 9 for DJ Newbill, highlighted by those 2 threes of his, and 7 each for Endo, Jarrett, and Fotu. That is balanced scoring. Rebounding leaders, Jarrett with 5 and 2 apiece for Hiejima, Endo, Takashima, and Newbill. Scoring leaders for Mikawa, 18 points for Gardner, and look at this, a big drop-off. Nishida with 6, 5 for Sumino, 3 for Suda, and 2 for Lehman. Gonna need to get those numbers up. Rebounding wise, Augusta with 5, 4 apiece for Lehman and Gardner, and 2 apiece for Nagano and Ishii. Aside from scoring more, they need to be able to play some D. Because UTSUNOMIYA BREX had their way offensively. And they lead here at the break, 47-39. We're all set for the second half. 2 more quarters for UTSUNOMIYA BREX to get into the semifinals. And if that happens, this will be the final 2 quarters for the season for Seahorses Mikawa. If there's a game 3, that'll happen tomorrow at 6 in the evening. Still right here at the Nikan Arena Tochigi. 2 teams already safely into the next round. One of them is what we had in the coverage earlier, the Chiba Jets. Third quarter's underway here. Mikawa with first possession. Kubota puts up a 3 short. One and done. Kevin Edwards clearing the board. And no Takeuchi to start out. Auguste will come up with a poor foul here against DJ Newbill. First personal foul on Zach. They switch defenders there. Now it's Nishida on Newbill. Newbill comes out to get it. Newbill to the corner. Gavin Edwards, open three. Book it. Lead is back up to 11, 50-39. They're running their offense so smoothly. Talking about UTSUNOMIYA BREX. Well, Nishida's got to be a little bit more aggressive. Such as that. Little hezzy there. And then put it up. Foul's going to be called on DJ. That's his first. Nishida needs to start lighting it up. Or else their season could be done tonight. You can see the concerned look on the faces of their fans. They want to be able to cheer at least one more game, which is tomorrow. Lead is back down to 9. Newbill again. In the first period, he likes to be able to hold on to that ball, set the plays, and then in the second and fourth quarters, he allows one of his teammates to do it. Suda hits the deck. No look pass inside. Jarrett with a slam. Nishida again trying to look for his spot. Davante, long three. Again, that's going to come up short. Deep three, Nishida short. Boy, they're taking these ones from a little bit farther out than their comfort zone. There's another deep three. Try to kiss that one off. And grab Jarrett. Nope. The foul's going to be called on Nishida. He can't believe it. He actually had the inside track. It would be nice to see that again. A lot of times, the player that has the inside track should have the advantage. But they're going to call the foul on Kubota. That's why. Dangerous pass. And Auguste there with a steal. Zach knew exactly where that pass was going. Telegraphed it. And made the play. Jarrett with a foul. 2 quick fouls for both these squads at the start of the third. Nice active hands once again by Makoto. There's just no clear passing lanes for either squad. Hiyajima puts up a three. No. That was a quick three. Even his teammates weren't aware. Suda usually launches a quick one. Not that time. Kubota to the corner. Nishida for three. A little bit too strong that time. They'll try to push DJ Newbill. Not in any hurry. DJ inside, kicks it out. Gavin Edwards nails that three. Back to an 11-point lead here. Check that, a 14-point lead at 55-41. So they're going to say it's an offensive foul. No, it's going to be a reach-in foul on Gavin Edwards, his third. So Auguste on the line. He has had trouble at the line though. You can hear the boos raining down. He misses another one. He's got to improve in his free throw shooting if he wants to stay in the league for next season. Split from the line. You're going to need two if you want to really come back. 55-42 is our tally. 3 minutes gone, just about, in the third period. Makoto, that's a nice handoff. But Makoto Hijima with another offensive rebound. That's his third. Tries to get closer. Up again, Suda. Falling away. Back rims that one. Kubota in the open court. Auguste with a fake. Suda launches. Misses everything. Again, not a good foul here from Kubota. What for? Your teammates were down court, ready and set. Here he comes up with a cheap foul. That's going to be their third. So just one more, they're going to be in the penalty. That's also the third personal foul here on Kubota. Yoshiaki's got to be smarter. Essentially some wholesale changes from both these squads. 3 new players in. Nagano comes in. Koki Schaefer and Jake Lehman for the boys in white. On the other side, they've got Igaruga coming in. Isaac Foto as well. And they also have number 12, Shinji Takashima. Takashima with 3 personal fouls. He's their energy guy though. To the wing, Ikaruga will launch. Not that time. Easy rebound for Davante. They've got to look for him. He's got to be looking for his shot as well. Koki Schaefer trying to battle inside and he will be fouled. Clearly a nudge there by DJ Newbill. So Utsunomiya BREX in the penalty with 5:53 still to be played. This could be a long third period. And now, because of that foul, free throws coming up here for Lehman. Wow. I don't think DJ realized it. Well, Newbill actually held on to him. DJ saying, I didn't hold on to him that tightly, but at the end of the day, the moment you grab, you're giving the opportunity for the referees to blow that whistle. Jarrett back. Lehman now on the line. Trying to bring his team closer. They're down by 13. Another free throw miss. They've missed 7 already. And that definitely is going to stall their attack. Makes good in the second. Open 3. A little bit too strong, but Isaac Foto's there. That hit the rim. They got a brand new 14 to work with. Jarrett getting closer. Will go to the corner. Ikaruga's 3. A little bit too strong. The tip. Goes to Nishida. Davante will try to bring it closer. Flips it up. That'll be short. They've been getting the opportunities to come closer, but they're just not cashing in. Past the 5-minute mark here in the third. Nice find. Open three. All day to shoot for Takashima, and he's not gonna miss given that much time. The lead is now at 15, and a timeout will have to be called once again by Seahorses Mikawa. Chance of defense all throughout the arena. Lehman trying to make his move. Goes to the baseline, will fall down. That's smart play from Ikaruga. Look at this. Lehman just fell on his own. Ikaruga actually could have tried to pick it up. Just let it drop. And Lehman there says, I'm good to go. In complete control of this one. Home team BREX. Makoto goes to Isaac. 4-2 to the wing. Jarrett. Now charge, and the foul is going to be called there on Avi Koki Schaefer. That'll put them in the penalty as well with 4:11 on the clock. There's a slight nudge. First personal foul on Schaefer. Sumino, the three-point shooters back in. So we're going to have free throws the entire way of the third. Trying to take advantage of the mismatch. Jarrett, deep three. Yes! Another assist for Makoto. 12 points in the contest for Grant. And the lead is now 18 at 61-43. Nice getaway by Davante. They gotta stay close. 20 points now here for Davante. The same output he had yesterday in game number 1. Again, Makoto handling here with DJ on the bench. Ikaruga to Grant. There's that mismatch. Kiejima with a spin. A little bit too strong though. Lehman cruising down court. Picks up his dribble, will get it back. Lehman, 3, no. Easy rebound for Ikaruga. And he releases Fotu on the break. back up to an 18-point advantage for the home squad at 63-45. Quick three, Sumino, no. Boy, this might be exactly what we saw in this morning's affair. Our earlier game, Alvar Tokyo just got manhandled by the Chiba Jets. Jarrett inside. Lucky break there for Seahorses Mikawa. That's a poor foul from Grant. Actually by Fotu. Looked like a tired foul there from Isaac. But he knows he can come up with a few of these mistakes. His team's up big. Second personal foul on Fotu. The New Zealander picks up a personal as Lehman heads to the line for shots. Two of them. They'd want to be able to bring this down to a more manageable deficit. Lehman finally makes the first. He's missed a few free throws already. Make the second as well. Back to Fotu. Two-man game here they're doing. As Fotu gets closer. Flips it up, no. Nice rebound there by Davante. One and done. Offensively here for the BREX. One of the few times that's happened. Schaefer up high. Lehman. There's no space to launch at all. They knew that's his style. They knew he wants to be able to take a three. Nagano. Davante Gardner off one leg. Again short. His last three attempts at three have all been front rim. Fotu will not challenge from there. And again, they're going to use clock. Try to break down the defense. A foul is going to be called. That might be on Jake, which is going to mean two free throws here for Hiyajima.
Two shots.
Lehman shaking his head, but that was clearly a foul. No problem there for Makoto as he brings the lead back up to 18. They'd like to be able to cruise to a victory in the fourth period with no more pressure. See if they can finish strong. On the other hand, Mikawa wants to be able to make a game still out of this one in the final period. Nagano will hit. Two possessions coming up here for BREX and one for Mikawa. And the third, a very poor foul again by Nagano. And you're going to foul somebody who's a dead shot, who shoots about 87% from the free throw line in Makoto Hiyajima. We talked about it at the top of the coverage. Hiyajima is the king of 3 points with a 44.3% clip. If he can hit at 44% from three, he can easily double that from the free throw line, unguarded. Two more coming up here for Makoto. Takes care of the first. As you can see, a huge contingent here in yellow supporting BREX. He's gonna get the roll. The lead is back up to 18. Time for a possession each. Nagano looking for a running start. Takashima backing up. Not a good possession. Lehman forced that one up, but they're gonna say that's a shot clock violation. That actually wasn't a well-run offensive pattern by Mikawa. Auguste will check back in. They need a defensive stop here to keep the deficit at 18. On the other hand, Utsunomiya wants to make this an even 20. Nonetheless, still within distance. Our Seahorses in the fourth period, but they gotta make a quick push at the start of the fourth. Isaac Foto inside, that's too easy. Lehman, gotta get it there. We're gonna head into the fourth and final period with a commanding lead here by Utsunomiya BREX as they lead 69-49.
Let's see.
Final quarter of game number 2. Will it be the final game of this quarterfinal series? Or will Seahorses and Mikawa extend this to a game 3? Endo for 3. Bang! The lead is now 23. Nice basket inside, but at this point, you cannot start trading baskets. You need stops. Talking about Mikawa. For BREX, they'll be happy to trade. Not to mention the fact that they're trading 3s for 2s. The lead's still at 21. DJ Newbill will try to go inside. No kickball, they say. Grant will misfire, but look at this. Lehman can't control the rebound. So things are starting to go from bad to worse here for Mikawa. They got the stop, but they can't clear. So another 14 seconds on the shot clock here. More time to burn for Seahorses Mikawa. The attack inside, not gonna happen. Foul's gonna be called on Grant. Good rebound there. At least good attempt from Auguste. First team foul here for BREX. Those are the layups that Takashima needs to be able to make, especially in crucial situations. At this point, it's okay. The team still up by 21. But further down the road, especially in the semifinals, and quite possibly if they make it to the finals. Pocket pass not gonna work. Auguste saying he got held. And again, they're gonna use clock. Wise decision. Looking for the mismatch again. Gavin Edwards puts up a three and hits. And the lead is now 24. 12 points in the contest for Gavin. That's a quick reply from Sumino. That's what they need to do. Put on the pressure because they're running out of time. As we said, they're trading baskets. Zach Auguste being a little too physical that time with Grant. Holding on to him there just to make sure there actually was no shot. That might have been a three-point play. Coach Zico is hoping that there might be a replay. So no replay, but he's gonna ask for a coach's challenge here. He's hoping that that gets extended or upgraded. There you heard him. He's looking for it to get upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul because there was no play on the ball. That's twice. That's true. He might have a point. And if they uphold this call, which is being requested here by Coach Zico, that could just be it. I know there's still a lot of time, but right now, down by a whole lot, down by 21 points. If you get 2 free throws and ball possession, that could be lights out. Small contingent there of fans of Seahorses Mikawa. Here's the call. They tell the game officials first and then the signal. It's denied. Actually, Coach Zico had a real point there. So Mikawa dodged the bullet, so to speak. Jet will bring it in. Find the cutting Gavin Edwards, and Edwards will score. There was some contact there. A foul could have been called. That's what he's asking for. None given, but still. It is 77-54 in favor of BREX. Gardner back in. One final push here for Seahorses. They got to get it down to 10 points in the next 2.5 minutes. Looking for the main scorer, Nishida. It's a smart move there from Nishida, making sure there was contact first, but there was definitely going to be no three-point play. Nishida on the line for 2 shots. Gavin Edwards, though, that's going to be foul number 4. He will be replaced. And coming in, the veteran, Takeuchi. Still a huge deficit, though. Ten points now in the contest for Nishida. Still a 21-point deficit. Let's see if they can get some stops. Skip pass. That was too tight. And Newbill knew it. Well, they're smiling. They can, because they're still comfortably ahead here. And they have confidence in their defense as well. Their defense has really held. They were able to hold Seahorses Mikawa to just 10 points in the third. Hence this huge advantage. Sumino turns, comes up short. And again, they're going to burn clock. They're getting the opportunities. These long shots and even the shots inside the paint, just not dropping. The flip will work. What a basket there from Ogawa. So points are now coming in from unexpected places. And it's helped them erect another 23-point lead. 2-man game. Auguste, no. Now they're going to use clock once again, or will they? Well, they do need to score. And Ogawa just scored, so why not try to take advantage of some early offense? Missed opportunity there. Well, Sumino was hurt earlier. He tried to make a go for it. And unfortunately, he might be leaving the court for the final time this season. Yutaro Suda back. Suda has not contributed from deep. Second free throw will not drop. Still, the window slightly ajar. But can Mikawa take advantage? They have not been able to score. Kubota inside. That's clearly a foul. Really not quite sure why you have to foul Kubota. He's too deep down under the basket. Ogawa there just being a little bit too over-eager. All you got to do is just stay in front of him. Force the tough shot. First personal foul is going to be called on Ogawa. But now a chance here for Kubota to bring his squad closer. The deficit, though, is still at 22. Defensive alignment being called out by Coach Ryan from the sideline. Second free throw drops. The deficit is still 21. Under 6 minutes to be played here. Again, it looks like they're going to use clock. That's a wise decision here by BREX. At this point, you don't need to score. Doesn't look like you're going to get outscored by 21 in the final 6 minutes. Endo puts up a three and rattles that one through. The lead is now at 24, and that should seal the deal. Auguste launches a three. Not exactly his specialty. Stepping on the baseline, and possession goes back to BREX. Already with a huge advantage. It's another 24-point advantage as we get ready to breach the 5-minute mark. Let's see if Ogawa does the right thing of using clock. Nope. Tries to go for some early offense, and again, it blows up in his face. Kubota, quick three, no. The tap goes back to Mikawa. But you understand these mistakes done by Ogawa. He's only 22 years old. And a basket will be hit here by Nishida, which will bring us to our official timeout here. 4:39 remaining in game number 2. And a commanding lead by UTSUNOMIYA BREX. Welcome to the final 4 minutes and 35 seconds of game number 2. And in those few minutes, UTSUNOMIYA BREX will officially make it to the semifinals. Jarrett puts up a three, short. It's tracked down by the veteran Takeuchi at 40 years old, fleet-footed still. And they got more time to burn. Endo, three, no. And again, battling for it there is Takeuchi, and he gets his team another possession. This will mark the final 4 minutes of the season for SEAHORSES Mikawa. They put up 39 victories in the regular season, but they're gonna fall short here 14 seconds again on the shot clock. Miyajima goes to the wing. No three. Suda gets it to Kubota. You gotta look for a quick two. Kubota brings it out. Davante sets up Kubota. Kubota for three. That rims out. Long tap. Goes to Nishida. Suda using that pick. Launches and hits. 82-63. Approaching the 3-minute mark. Here's DJ Newbill to the wing. Actually, you don't need to take that shot. And Newbill will now hold on to this one. Well, Takashima's another youngster. You want to be able to use clock. You don't need to score. Miyajima, three, no. Opportunity here. That might have been an offensive foul. But Nishida will score. A timeout will be called by BREX. Quite surprising, but again, obviously, Coach Zico taking no chances. Final 3 minutes of this one, a steal. That's what you don't want to see. If you're Coach Zico coming off a timeout, all you needed to do was just get it in bounds. And now, your opponents are trying to make a game out of this one. Look at a swarming defense, but still, the deficit is at 15. Isaac Fodu for two inside. That gets it back to 17, and a timeout this time will be called by Seahorses Mikawa. If you're Coach Zico, that's exactly what you don't want to happen. Give your opponents a sign of life. That's what Seahorses Mikawa feels that they have. They were given a lifeline here. Looking to score. Just down by 17. Let's see the play they run. Now a little bit more zip in their step. Inside, Davante Gardner gets away. There's that swarming defense. Trying to force a turnover. Safely into the front court. You don't want to come up with a foul though. You're not getting the penalty, but you're trying to force a turnover. You bail him out there. You already caught him. By the sideline. Third personal foul going to be called on Ishii. Makoto wisely holding on to this one. Using some precious clock. DJ Newbill. That rims out. Big rebound by Lehman. They'll push. Deep three. No. That would have really saved the day. At least for the time being. Makoto inside. Will be fouled. Are they going to call an unsportsmanlike foul? Well, some callers starting to develop here in the final seconds. And they are gonna review this one for a possible unsportsmanlike foul. The lead is still at 15. Could go to 17 here with these two free throws from Hiyajima. Well, you can see Jake Lehman had no chance to make a play at the ball. He just went for the arm, close to the shoulder, and pulled him down. It's an unsportsmanlike foul, and that should be it. That will close the door on any chance of Seahorses Mikawa here. That's also going to be the fourth personal foul on Jake Lehman. Makoto for the insurance free throws. Actually, even without the unsportsmanlike foul, it's going to be a tough ask. Hiyajima is going to make the first. Missed the second though. One of the few misses from Makoto from the line. Well, he'll take it. At this stage, it's a one-ball game. Foul's going to be called there on Suda. Not quite sure why they're doing this. It's already a 16-point deficit. There's only a minute and a half. So do the math. You give up two free throws here. 16-point lead becomes an 18-point lead. You hit a three on one end. You bring the deficit down. Well, they do get the miss. But still, even if he misses this free throw, a three-point shot will bring it down to 13 with a minute and 30 remaining. Yes, still mathematically possible, but highly unlikely. You're going to need some help from BREX. Second coming up here from Makoto. Well, the fans of Mikawa still hoping against hope. But they need to score quickly here. And they need a three. A two will get them closer, but it's not going to really help. Ikaruga with a tap there. "81 seconds remaining before officially BREX makes it to the next round." Almost a steal. That looked like a kick ball. Shot clock still at 6. That's a big 3. 70 seconds to be played. Almost a steal. Foul's going to be called on Nishida. Well, if they got the steal there and they made the 3-point shot, that would have brought it down to 11. Let's see. Well, there was no foul on Nishida. Was it on Suda? Yes. Suda picks up his second. Foul from the back. Two free throws now for Ikaruga. First rattles out. To the door, still slightly ajar. Is that glimmer of hope enough here for Seahorses to come back? Second will drop. Leads at 15. The time really running out here on the visitors. Nishida. Gardner. To try to bring it closer. Nishida, deep 3. Rims out. Isaac Fotu gets fouled there. Two more free throws for the New Zealander. That was 3 individuals around him. Fourth personal foul going to be committed here by Ishii. Well, at this stage, they're just prolonging the inevitable now. They're down by 15, still with a foul there. And some of the younger players being brought in now as Sei Motozawa will check in. Motozawa's 23 years old. Give him some valuable burn here in the playoffs. Fotu, another miss. They've been splitting from the free throw line here in the last minute. These are free throws they need to be able to make in tough situations, critical situations. But not today. Today they're leading by a lot. Another missed free throw. Can they bring this down to 12? Suda. No. Another rebound by Isaac. And they'll stop fouling. Or will they? Yes, they will. Nice lead pass. Isaac Fotu scores. Three will drop. Now they found their range from deep. And the outcome has been settled. Ikaruga will just get it past the timeline to make it official. UTSUNOMIYA BREX wins game number 2, 89-75, and they book for themselves a spot in the B.LEAGUE playoffs in the semifinals. They are semifinal bound, and they're doing it all for their departed coach, Kevin Braswell. They want to win it all for Coach Kevin, who died at a very young age of 46 after a heart ailment. And that's why BREX is playing inspired basketball for Coach Braswell. Game 1, won by BREX, 93-81. Game 2, 89-75. Stick around because we're going to have interviews with Coach Zico and possibly Makoto Hiejima.
ブレックの皆さん、シーホースミカワの選手の皆さんに大きな拍手をお願いします。それではご来場の皆様、クォーターファイナル本日のゲーム2を勝利いたしまして見事セミファイナル進出決定いたしました我らがブレックスに改めましての大きな拍手をお願いします。それでは早速ジーココロネルヘッドコーチ代行よりお話を伺ってまいりたいと思います。まずはセミファイナル進出おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
そしてすでにセミファイナルの相手が決定しております千葉ジェッツということで、そこへ向けての抱負をいただければと思います。
Thank you for letting me know we're playing Chiba. My focus is my own team and the job that we had at hand. We'll turn our attention to Chiba. Now they're going to be a massive challenge.
まずは今自分たちのチームの方に、集中してやっていましたので、また千葉さんとの戦うというのは一つ大きなチャレンジになると思うので、ここからいい準備していきたいなと思います。
そして本日のゲームも振り返っていただきたいと思いますが、序盤からいい流れでゲームに入られたんではないでしょうか。
I think that when all our guys come with the right mindset, the right spirit, as they have all weekend, they play with great aggression and they play with joy, and we're sharing the ball like that, then we're a very difficult force to deal with.
今週、かけてずっとそうでしたけれども、選手たちが正しいマインドセットを持って、集中力を持ってアグレッシブにプレーをして、今日のようにしっかりボールを動かしながらボールをシェアしてプレーできていれば、本当にうちは守りづらいというか倒しづらい敵だと思っています。
ありがとうございます。では次週5月17日土曜日になりますが、セミファイナルのゲーム1、ここ日韓アリーナで迎え撃つわけですが、そこに向けての抱負をいただきたいと思います。
I mean, you guys have been amazing this weekend and all season long. We need your support and your help. You know, Chiba is going to be a massive challenge for all of us. We're going to be exhausted. If you can exhaust yourself cheering too, you're going to really feel a part of helping us get over the line. So we thank you profoundly.
今週末も本当に皆さんの温かいサポート本当にありがとうございました。来週も千葉さんとセミファイナル本当にすごく大きなチャレンジですし、自分たちも本当にもう全力を尽くして戦いますので、ファンの皆さんも一緒に全力で応援のほどよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。ジーココロネルヘッドコーチ代行にお話を伺いました。それでは選手にお話を伺ってまいりたいと思います。まずは9番遠藤選手お願いいたします。まずは本日の勝利、そしてセミファイナル進出おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
遠藤選手、本日は試合を通して効果的な得点を重ね勝利に貢献していただきました。試合を振り返っていかがですか。
昨日もですけど最初からエナジー出してみんなでディフェンスからいい流れにできたんで、本当に今日も一生懸命全員で戦えたかなと思います。
本日のスタッツを少々振り返りますとですね、積極的にスリーポイントを狙う姿勢が非常に相手にも脅威を与えたんではないかと。アテンプト7本ございまして3本の成功、そのあたりのプレーについて個人的にどう評価されますでしょうか。
そうですね、迷いなく打ててるなと思うんですけど、すごい1回めちゃくちゃ遠くから打っちゃったんで、それはちょっともうちょい近くから打って決めれるように頑張ります。
ありがとうございます。では次週5月17日セミファイナルゲーム1に向けての抱負をお願いいたします。
来週も今日のような盛り上がりで皆さんで一緒に戦いましょう。よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。本日13得点の活躍でございました遠藤選手にお話を伺いました。続きまして6番比江島選手お願いします。まずは勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
本日はチームハイのスコアでございました18得点の活躍です。ゲーム序盤から CS モードに入っているぞという雰囲気を醸したプレーが数多く見られましたが、いかがですか、ご自身振り返って。
いやいや、もう昨日からCS モードなんですけど、今日は、はい、得点の方でもチームを引っ張ることができたんで、引き続きやっていきたいなと思います。
そして今日のスタッツでいうとですね、オフェンスリバウンド4という素晴らしい飛び込みのリバウンドが見られました。
はい、何でもできます。はい、
セミファイナルも期待してます。
はい、頑張ります。
では改めて次週に向けての抱負をお願いします。
はい、また昨シーズン悔しい思いをした相手だと思いますし、乗り越えなきゃいけない相手だと思うので、またはい、応援よろしくお願いします。
次週セミファイナルでは比江島スイッチが入ることと思われます。皆さん大きな拍手をお願いします。ありがとうございました。それではセミファイナル進出を決めた我らがブレックスに皆さん大きな拍手をお願いします。
We're getting set to show you the highlights here of this win. There's Yuta Tabuse. He's helping out the coaching. He was actually listed as part of the lineup to start the season, but for the playoffs, they delisted him. So going to the comments of Yusuke Endo first, he said, we played very well from the beginning today and also yesterday. He said, I didn't hesitate on any of my shots. Next week, we have games once again. They're going to be playing the Chiba Jets. And so this early, he says, please come and support our squad. Makoto Hyojima, on the other hand, his comments, he said, I just focused on the championship starting yesterday. Well, that's what you do with good players. They flip the switch knowing it's now winning time. These are bigger games. You cannot afford to lose any encounter. He said, I performed very well, and so I was able to do everything I wanted to do. Now we have a chance to have revenge up against Chiba. He said, please continue to support us because Chiba is going to be a different story altogether. Both these teams, I guess they felt it was imperative for them to be able to win in 2 games so that they can rest as early as possible. It'll be a best-of-3 affair once again beginning next week, Saturday. So Saturday and Sunday. And if there is a playoff for the 3rd and final game, that'll be on Monday. Look at the long arms here of Grant Jarrett, leading to this easy layup here for Isaac Fotu. Collectively, these 2 teams actually didn't shoot very well. 46% from the field for Utsunomiya BREX, 36% for SEAHORSES Mikawa. Well, I guess for BREX, from their point of view, they feel they did enough to be able to win. But you cannot shoot 46% collectively from the field if you expect to beat Chiba. Look at some rebounding numbers as well. The BREX out-rebounded SEAHORSES Mikawa, but just by 4, 41-37. But look at this. The big stat for me is BREX really shared that basketball, coming up with 28 assists, only 15 here for SEAHORSES Mikawa. That's a big stat, almost double the number of assists. Here's another one. Finding their shooters in the corner. DJ Newbill, not necessarily needing to score, but he loves to be able to find his teammates, especially when they're open in the spots that they want. There's a good start from the get-go by BREX. They led after the first period, 28-22. And then, heading to the halftime break, they were up 47-39. And just when you thought things couldn't get any better for Utsunomiya BREX, they held their opponents, SEAHORSES Mikawa, to just 10 points in the 3rd period, while they scored 22. And that's why they had a big 20-point lead heading into the final period. This game took a little bit longer than expected because a lot of fouls in the last 2 minutes as SEAHORSES tried to be able to extend this game, and they were also helped out by a lot of the free throw misses by BREX that kept the door ajar. But in the end, the gap was just too much to overcome. Some of the youngsters got in some points, but the veterans as well, like Endo, knocking down that 3. Nishida will score a basket there, but wasn't able to really score enough. He would only finish. Well, I was looking at the stat sheet. Koyo Nishida finished with 3. But their star, Yuda Nishida, would finish with much better. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. But again, it'll be in a losing effort as the curtain comes down on Yuda Nishida and the rest of SEAHORSES Mikawa. As we take a look at the numbers here, I've broken down. Mikawa actually shot better from 3, 66% as compared to 64%. Not that much of a difference. But in terms of actual field goals made, Utsunomiya still had 4 more. The glaring difference was here in 3-point shooting. 34% as compared to 20%. So that's 13 made threes as compared to just 8 for Seahorses Mikawa. And that did them in. They actually had 9 more free throws, but not enough. Look at this. UTSUNOMIYA BREX missed 12 free throws and still they'd win by 14. They took real good care of the basketball with just 7 turnovers, 10 turnovers for Mikawa. All the other numbers, not that big a discrepancy. But in the end, still a comfortable victory here by UTSUNOMIYA BREX as they win game number 2, 89-75. Now we'll go through some individual numbers before we call it a night. Scoring leaders for the winners: 18 points for Hiyajima, 15 for Fotu, and 14 for Gavin Edwards. In a losing effort, Davante Gardner, the high scorer, with 22 points, 16 added there by Nishida, and Sumino would finish with 8. Rebounds, 6 apiece for Garrett and Fotu, 5 for Hiyajima. 8 apiece for Auguste and Gardner, and Jake Lehman coming off the bench would finish with 6. In assists, DJ Newbill with a double-double, finishing with 11 assists, 4 assists apiece for Hiyajima and Ikaruga. And for Seahorses Mikawa, 7 there for Nagano, 3 for Nishida, and 2 for Auguste. So 3 teams are now safely into the semifinals. We'll find out who will battle each other when the next weekend comes along. That's going to do it there for our coverage. We'd like to thank all of you for joining us as UTSUNOMIYA BREX takes their quarterfinal matchup in 2 games. Till next time, take care. Have a good week ahead. God bless.